Hello,
today
Beth.
we're
Welcome
down
to sunny Sarah's house
Thank you
today.
for having me.
Wonderful AJ Strait. Hi, I'm Paul Rushworth-Brown, and welcome to Down Under Interviews. Today we're talking to Australian author, Lorie Brink. Now, before we start talking about her book, Lorie, I've got a bit of a bone to pick. And okay, well, I've spent the last year trying to promote Australian authors, and obviously trying to do as much as I can for the Australian tourism industry. You know, I've taken guests across the Harbour Bridge, virtual Harbour Bridge. Brought them into my home, taken them to Bondi Beach, etc., etc., etc. And you're writing a book about snakes and spiders.
Welcome to Australia.
How does that work? Okay, so I've had a bit of a look at your bio, and the bio says that you're an eclectic secretary. What on earth does that mean?
A very diverse experience with a lot of industries as a secretary.
Okay, and you love to travel, obviously.
Yes, I do.
And is that where you got the inspiration for your novel? Just sort of like traveling around?
Yes, we travelled across the bottom of Australia several times over a number of years, following work and living life. And yeah, it's through the people that we met and the job experiences that we had, or that I had. Yes, it opened my eyes up, and once I got the taste of writing, I adapted all those experiences into a bit of a novel.
Yeah. And it says here that it's your debut novel, but it's not. You've written two others.
Well, this is my debut novel as a professionally published novel. The others I've done are short stories, ebooks, and self-published. Passion for creativity.
Okay.
All right. I'm still a secretary.
Yep.
I'm a part-time secretary, but yes, I have a very diverse imagination.
Okay.
Bit of a quirky sense of humor, but yes, and I just love to explore the options of free thinking, and well, I can get in a lot of trouble with my mind. You can take out a lot of trash in books.
We'll get to that later.
Okay.
So tell us about True to Her Word, your first published novel.
The protagonist is a champion pistol shooter, and obviously a very beautiful woman. But she's pinged off a few competitors and a few advances of men, but she has a couple of targets on her back. And she decides the only title that she hasn't got is the national championship, which is in Western Australia. So she travels from Queensland across to WA. And along the way, she meets a couple of truckies or tags with them, and also discovers that there's a lot of unpleasant people in the world, even though she's very cautious. But of course, she can hold her own because she is a champion shooter. Along the way, her favorite niece, is absconded and discovers that there's more to the world than hitchhiking, as chicks should not do, really, even though a lot do. But Australia is a very broad country, and some truckies are great. A lot of truckies are excellent, and without trucks, Australia stops. But there's also some shady characters, as there are in every industry. And Darlene has to find her niece, and she has to find a couple of other young lasses that have been kidnapped and treated incorrectly, and then get back to fulfill the promise with her to have Christmas with her niece, her favorite niece. And she is true to her word. She will take out the trash, and she will.
young women go missing in the outback.
Well, they
You're not
have.
helping our tourist industry at all.
Oh no, I'm helping them because you can spend 10 days going across the bottom of the Nullarbor. There is so many historical facts, so many things to see. You can follow the rabbit fence if you really want. You can play golf along the Nullarbor, the
You
whole,
know,
and you can take a longer stretch.
reading this, the first thing that came to my mind was the movie Wolf Creek. No?
No, not at all. No, she sorts him out.
Okay. Oh, so it's the opposite of Wolf Creek.
Yeah.
And let me.
She hunts down the baddie.
Okay, so the men in the novel, they're in most cases they're the antagonist. Is that right?
No, the men in the novel are biggest supporters actually.
Okay.
And oh yeah, they're also on a mission of their own to
Right.
sort out a bit of history.
Yep.
And there's a lot more better men in the book than there is not. Put it that way. The
Okay.
bad men get taken out, as do some of the women that behavior.
So where did you come up with the name Darlene?
Just sounded good, felt good, and stuck with it.
Wonderful.
All the names actually just.
Okay. All right. So just get into our sort of like questions. What authors are you? Do you have any authors as friends? And what are you trying? How do they help you in your writing career?
I know 3 authors personally. There's a romance author, a historical non-fiction author, and I suppose another romance comedy kind of author. Different backgrounds. I think the biggest inspiration is the research that needs to go in, and being a greenhorn, for want of a better word, I looked at their history and just how much work that they had to do to get out one book. I thought, well, I need to know what I'm writing about.
Yeah.
It's all very well knowing how to drive across the country and change a wheel, and shoot a gun, but there's a lot more to it than writing a story.
So, do you have any sort of like, I suppose, background or interest in sort of like shooting and?
Yeah, I'm not scared of squeezing a trigger or target shooting. I'm not scared of that.
Yeah. I suppose living out there, you'd have to cull a couple of roos every once in a while, wouldn't you?
So you say mosquitoes? No, right. I personally don't shoot. I have target, target practice, and as kids you play cops and robbers and cowboys and Indians anyway. So
having guns and shooting things, I could never shoot a kangaroo.
Oh no, I don't take out animals. I mean, I don't take out anything except a fly or maybe a spider, and I'll run from a snake.
Aren't you one of these people that sort of like bend down and sort of like grab it by the throat and lift it up and sort of like wrangle it and all that type of thing? What have you learned? Tell us what you've learned as an author.
Patience.
Yep.
And take a break as well, because you can get so wrapped up in the story you lose where you are. Yep. But I've also learned that the more you do it, the better you get. And you know yourself that if you've got to delete 10,000 words because it's just waffle, well, you delete those 10,000 words.
Yeah.
And don't take it personally. It's just a story.
What is the best money? I know you're a debut author, but what's the best money you've ever spent as an author?
Self-development.
So have you taken like writing courses and all that type of thing?
Yes, I studied hard and in creative writing, learning the fundamentals and the essentials of a fiction or of a story.
Yeah.
And also, I'm being a secretary, I'm pretty vigilant on proofreading and spelling. So I just brushed up on that and just improved that as well. But I do think self-development is the best investment.
Your characters, are they based on real people like that you've touched on, such as the baddies? Where does their where does their soul come from?
Instinct. With the diverse experiences I've had with different roles, not always behind a desk or not always behind a corporate glass tower either. Yeah, you get to learn your gut instinct. You go, "Ooh, you're a bit dodgy," and then you sometimes draw back on a feeling that you got. You go, yeah, I can turn you into a really nasty person and you're going to go. And the same token, I can go, you know what? You could be quite a winner. So here you go. This is your choice.
I mean,
And your
really, when
trial.
you think about authors need sort of like they have to have an evil side to them, don't they?
Wait, that's your
You've got to have a
creativity, isn't
nasty
it? Your
side to them
imagination.
to put that into the character.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yes. Yes.
And so, okay, so it's coming out in September. Then what?
25th. Then I'll be planning on finalizing or doing a few more edits on another novel that I've already got in the pipeline. I've got a couple of other, I suppose, ebooks that I would like to push hard and really make a go of this.
Yeah.
And I'm addicted to typing, so
Yeah, if you were to compare sort of like writing an ebook with sort of like writing a professionally published novel, what are the differences? What do you like better? What do you like worse?
I much prefer writing professional novels, having professional novels printed. I think that's an element of achievement.
Yeah.
I really do, to be picked up by a publisher and to be acknowledged. I think that's huge. I much prefer doing the professionally published.
Yeah.
But it won't stop me from writing either. I mean, I'm a prolific writer.
Yeah.
Or typist. So.
Yeah. No, you're a published author now, Lorie. It's been wonderful talking to you. Great to meet you, and
Thank you
thank
for
you
that.
for being on the show.
Thank you.
And good luck with the novel.